Dude, you don't get attention today, you have absolutely zero chance of being successful.
When you're on your path to success, you're going to make sure that every single thing you do is put in with 100% effort every single time. You are going to want to make sure that every single thing you do is constantly your best effort all the time, because you don't want to be caught doing things halfway or not all the way with your full potential. No matter what the task is, you need to make sure that it's your all every single day in and day out. No matter how tired you are, you need to make sure that you're trying to make every single thing you do perfect to a T. The ones who truly make it in this world are the ones who try to make sure that every single thing they do is perfect, regardless how long it takes or how many tries it takes, because that's what people want, is to be the best.
I want to create the life I want for me, and if you don't like that life, you probably don't even like your life.
If you ever settle for second place, you might as well just give up right then and there, because that's never going to get you anywhere. You need to constantly be striving to be the first person to do everything and be the best at whatever it is you decide to take in. It is going to be challenging. There's no questions about that. It's going to be hard and it's going to take a lot of time. You're not going to get this done overnight, and you're going to have to put in tons of hours and energy and tons of thought into whatever it is you want to do. But it'll all be worth it in the end, because when you're successful, you're going to look back and discover that all that hard work, all that energy, and all that time that you put into this will be worth it, because it's going to be an incredible feeling once you become successful and you really get to feel what it feels like to be a successful individual.
I started with one deal, bought a deal, put $3,000 down. I bought a deal with a budget.
Two major regrets in my life: that I didn't get to spend more time with my dad. Spent 17 years. My dad died when I was 10 years old, and that I didn't serve in the military. And I didn't do it because my mom taught me out of it, because my mom's like, oh, don't get hurt, okay? And what I did was I ended up with no mission, and I got hurt bad. From the age of 15 years old to 25, zero mission, no mission. There was no mission in life. How many of you see people doing this every day? No mission, no place to go, nothing to achieve, no target, okay? No enemy, no clear enemy. I was working with the Pentagon, 100,000 troops coming back. They're like, hey, can you help these guys in transition, dude? I said, yeah, I can help you, but you gotta quit talking about things that they don't understand, man. A business is people in a company. Anybody know any major successful person didn't have a bunch of employees? Anybody here know any great company that had one employee, one flow of income, that didn't use debt, okay? Caterpillar, debt. Coca-Cola, debt. Ford Motor Company, debt. They had to use debt. You gotta use debt to expand. You can't stay small and expect the world to know you. It's impossible. How many of your parents told you this? Don't get too much attention. Fly under the radar. Don't toot your own horn. Be seen and not heard. Dude, you don't get attention today, you have absolutely zero chance of being successful.
Yeah, well, you gotta quit saying nonsensical stuff like, I'm happy where I'm at, and we're good, we're all good, You gotta quit talking like the middle class. You've somehow arrived because somebody in Iran is suffering. You're good until you're not. There's nobody watching that gives enough money to charity, okay? Everybody watching should be able to give $1 million a year to charity, but you can't. You know why you can't? You would if you could, but you can't because you didn't. You didn't produce enough, because by the way, it's not your money anyway. Most of you are like, I'm really charitable, I'm really good, but you never do enough. Why? Because you never had enough. And so, because you didn't produce enough, because you didn't work enough, because you didn't expand enough. So I would just say to people, look, have some loftier goals. Every time I'm having trouble, every time I'm like, man, I don't think I can get to where I'm going, I just start looking at the top. I don't look at the bad facts. All I do is I start searching. Tell me about wealthy people, facts about wealthy people, anything. What are they doing? What are they buying? It just gets me out of my problem, right? The first plane I bought this plane because I saw other wealthy people making moves. I'm not an irresponsible person, okay? Like, I have always been a very frugal person, but the frugal was hurting me, not helping me.
They're either really turned on about it or turned off about it, but I think a lot of people started thinking about, okay, how do you play the IRS? How do you play the money game? I said, let me go back and see the big V man, and we educate or piss off his audience some more. It'd be like Amazon saying, or Blackstone saying, they're gonna buy my business. They're like, dude, we would never do that again. That we're gonna buy 50 billion at a time. We're not gonna bother with a little company. And this was the point of that. Like, now a lot of people just check out, as you know, Vlad, on this. They just get pissed off and say, well, I can't do that because I don't have the money. Okay, I didn't have the money either. I started with one deal, bought a deal, put $3,000 down. I bought a deal with a budget. It was like I was going to Whole Foods to buy groceries. How much can we afford? I got $200 on me, so I'm gonna buy $200 worth of shit. You can't do that with an investment, and I did that. And then that $3,000 was making me $200 a month. I thought I was going to be great. I thought everything was going to be beautiful. There's no reason for me to tell this story except to share with people one deal does not work. Because the moment they moved out, I was negative. I got scared. I dumped the property.
Okay, I'm in the game. I think when I'm in my game completely and like on purpose and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm most alive. I'm youngest at those moments. I know people that knew me 20 years ago, and they're like, "Dude, you're actually," because I'm in the game. I'm in the game of change and expansion. And expansion means life. Really, it means to live. If you look up the word live or life as a physics term, it means to expand. If you look up expand, it means to grow and change. And when I'm in that part of the cycle, then I'm rejuvenating something. If you know older guys are like, "Oh, I'm not going to check into that. I don't need to do that." They're on the end of their cycle, and they start showing in their face, in their life, and their kids. And so I'm still in the create. It's a trick. It's like kind of like chaos. It's a bit of chaos happening with a little bit of management. I think half the people on planet Earth would like me, okay? And the other half, hey, maybe they're never going to have an opinion of me, or maybe they're going to dislike me. There's something. I could be perfect for everybody in the room. Half the people are still going to be like, he's too cocky, he's too this, he's too that. I'm 57 years old. I spent 30 years trying to please people. I'm done, dude. I'm going to make me happy. I'm going to run my gig. This is my life. I want to create the life I want for me. And if you don't like that life, you probably don't even like your life, because that's the people that end up criticizing me.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section below.